Welcome to the Sisters Like Us podcast. I'm Lakin, and I'm 30-something.
I'm Allie, and I'm 20-something. Join us each week as we talk about anything
and everything. So grab a glass of wine
or a bottle,
and let's dive in.
Cheers! Welcome to episode 25 of the Sisters Like Us podcast and our new format where we just hang out and chat and talk about things that we have written down that we want to share with each other, and also some things that you have asked that we talk about. We kicked off this format last week, and so make sure you go back and listen to that episode so that you understand kind of what we're going with. And this episode is being recorded on the same day. We're just going to roll right into it.
Yeah, I feel like we were like going off.
Yeah, and we had already been recording for almost 40 minutes, so.
Yeah, and this is our first time doing this, so I feel like we're just like having a good time.
Yeah. Okay.
If you did watch that last episode, I did recycle the blanket. I decided.
I think one glass of wine gave her a little bit more confidence. Just feel like, fuck it.
But now I feel like people are like probably gonna look at my jeans like, wait.
Whatever. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Oh, I talked about all of my things.
Oh, you did? I didn't realize that. Okay, cool. So
I
one
did
of
a really
the things.
good job of transitioning them.
Good job. I'm so
oh
proud of you.
well, there was only one more thing.
Okay, you go.
So, because we're starting to do this weekly, I would love to take like 30 seconds to talk about my weekly reality TV shows in case anyone else watches them.
Okay. I just give the biggest eye roll that you could ever imagine.
Because, in literally 30 seconds. So, one quick thing. Summer House, which maybe you just should watch these.
Okay, first off, time is very valuable. And I am not going to spend time watching shows I
watched 8 seasons of Summer House in 2 months.
I don't even know what that is.
Basically, these group of friends that live in New York, and every weekend in the summer they go to their rented house in the Hamptons and they party.
Do you know how expensive renting houses in the Hamptons are? Because my friend and I looked it up our last summer in New York, and it was just out of this world.
And so Giggly Squad, which is the podcast that I listened to that I was talking about, they're 2 of the stars in it. Anyways, so just for anyone who listens to it, I don't know if anyone who listens to it watches this, but I'm finally up to date. I'm watching them weekly, and then obviously watching Vanderpump Rules weekly because Vanderpump is my life, and I love them all. I just wanted to mention that because that was a very exciting time for me to be up to date with that show.
So do you have any commentary that you're including on this?
Well, I feel like it is kind of redundant if... I knew you hadn't seen it, but if you don't watch it, because this is meant for us to be talking, but I guess my hot take right now is Vanderpump's really boring right now, and because there's the main topic is Scandival, which I'm sure you've heard of that.
Yeah, that's a no.
Quick synopsis of this, because it is kind of really relevant.
Okay. In life.
So, Ariana Madix, who was on Dancing with the Stars. Okay. Ariana Madix, she's also the lead in Chicago on Broadway right now.
Unfortunately, Chicago on Broadway is trying so hard to stay afloat that they are constantly bringing in big names to play.
Yeah, and she's huge right now, respectfully to her, Team Ariana for sure, but, she's huge right now because of the scandal.
Well, and the Chicago on Broadway has been doing this for probably 10 years at this point, where they will just bring in some big name to play one of the 3 leads to keep it going. So there was a football player who played Billy Flynn, and there was it has been names you've heard of in one of the 3 leads for about 10 years.
Interesting. So basically the whole thing was her boyfriend on the show, Tom Sandoval, had an affair with another friend of theirs for 6 months, and they were dating Tom and Ariana were dating for 7 years, basically since season 2 of the show, and there's 10 seasons. And it was this huge thing that blew up that she found out about, and it was just insane. Everyone on that show was cheated on each other, and the way this was handled was just insane. But that's what this whole new season is about, because that's how the last season ended. So
okay.
But anyways,
I mean, if you would like to throw in your reality TV hot takes every week, you're more than welcome. I will not watch them. Sorry.
Okay. Well, if people let us know, or let me know if you watch them. Oh, the only other relevant thing that I was going to say.
Hold on one second. Mom just texted me about Layla. Sorry, Mom was just letting me know that she might be late to our dinner reservation because my daughter would not go down for a nap. What were you gonna say?
The only other, sorry to like literally not let you talk about anything that you want to talk about, but the only other relevant thing that I was going to say that my good friend Rachel Marsh told me to mention was the new JoJo Siwa situation.
Oh, so okay, let's rewind first off. I am a Dance Moms fan from day one.
I've seen all of it too.
Yes,
so
like watch
that we can relate on.
Yes, and I maybe didn't watch season 1 in real time, but I watch a lot of it in real time.
Yeah.
And so actually recently this popped up on my Instagram, Peyton from Dance Moms, and I know she
just had a baby.
Just had a baby.
I saw that.
And like I know she is much older than the rest of them.
I hated her. She annoyed me.
Oh, she annoyed me, and I did look up. She's 26. She's older than you. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Sorry, like Peyton.
Yeah. No, I mean whatever. She
probably also didn't like her character.
Yeah.
Like,
right. It's reality TV, but like, is it? So, anyways, I Dance Moms through and through. And so have watched JoJo since she was, a tiny nugget. And she was a tiny nugget. She was so
goes,
little.
don't forget to mention that like you used to look like her. And I'm like, wait.
I mean, kind of. I feel like you used
so
to...
it's like when you used to wear your hair in a ponytail and you were like super like naturally blonde. Like if you guys think I look like JoJo Siwa, let me know because I don't.
I don't know. Now I'm going to go through all Valley's baby pictures and see if I can find one that has her looking like JoJo.
Yeah. But anyways, if you watched her new music video of Karma, I had to watch it because I had to see this with my own eyes. Because I saw a TikTok about it and I was like...
and then also... there was an earthquake in New York yesterday.
Yes, and all the TikToks were like me during the earthquake.
But I saw the funniest one that was like, was that an earthquake or me just learning the new JoJo Siwa choreography?
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
Because that's what it looked like.
No, but she was like, someone commented on the YouTube, like, why were you humping her like a boomerang? Because that's her song, like a boomerang. Like, that
yes,
song?
Yes, it's
oh my god.
It's giving...
Like, I am so for someone wanting to be, like, super, like, out there with your, like, sexuality and stuff. But, like, she just took a huge jump. She was her audience went from being, like...
little girls with bows.
Literally children. Like, even, like, not that long ago, she was making songs that were, again, curated for children.
Well, so I did see a really interesting take that said they feel like it's awkward because they're trying to do both. They're both trying to market to like an older, more sexual, more aggressive like genre, but at the same time still keeping it PG enough to market to children because
did you watch it?
Yes. But like the lyrics are still very like kid friendly almost. Like
she says bitch.
Because she does say bitch, but she says I effed around. Like, just say fuck.
I just can't look at her the same. Like, after that, like, someone, like, compared it to, like, the part in Madagascar where it's like, ooh, Mojo likes you. When he's, like, coming out of the water. Like, what was she doing? And then, like, someone said that she looked like her hair and her makeup, like, what was going on?
Yeah, the outfit she wore to was it the iHeartRadio Awards or something?
It was like what she wore in that section.
It very much, it was like, it felt like it was Kiss, the band, like the rock band.
Yes, that's what it looks like, yeah.
Mixed with Gaga, like she's trying way too hard to be Lady Gaga, mixed with I want to do the Miley bad girl vibe. Like when Miley had her moment.
Like, in all due respect to JoJo Siwa, she is a successful woman, but it's weird saying woman given I think.
But she's 20
as like a 14 or 13. Literally,
no, she was like 7.
I guess what I'm trying to say,
use your words,
is she was like 17, 18, like whatever, doing these like wearing a heart around her, like she just took a whole 360 on her body.
Yes.
And like I'm just like.
It just feels too forced. I'm here.
It does, so forced.
I'm here for her to grow up and come into her own and decide that she wants to be more mature, but it doesn't feel mature. It still feels very immature.
Quite literally the opposite because I think we're so used to, like, yes, like people have to remind themselves, like, oh, she's 20. I feel like I'm watching 10-year-old. I'm like, that's why I feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah. It felt too quick. I feel like...
But still, the video is uncomfortable. Like, even if Miley Cyrus was doing that, I would be like, actually, no, not Miley Cyrus.
No,
but
see,
like,
I don't, uncomfortable is maybe not the word I would describe when I watch it, and it could just be, there's a lot of things that could impact why I feel that way and you don't, but I'm struggling to find the words. It feels fake, it feels forced, and it feels like they're doing it for PR and not because that's actually who she is. Again, I'm all into people coming into their own.
Hey, bad press is good press, so all of this shit that we're saying about JoJo Siwa, this is all working out in her favor. Also, I keep covering my face by doing that. But, like...
Oh, that's fair.
You know. Okay, let's move on from the JoJo Siwa conversation.
Would love to hear your thoughts. Before
I lose it. And also the same title as the Taylor Swift song, like, Goodbye. Like,
yeah, that part was weird to me. Like, it's recent. Like, it's not like...
And it wasn't catchy at all. Like, I'm like...
Yeah, don't really...
Boomerang was so catchy.
Yeah.
Like a boomerang.
Yeah. I should have brought this up last episode because it very much could have flowed from the tattoo conversation.
Okay.
So I was with Mom the other day. We got to gymnastics like a little bit early. Lila takes a gymnastics class on Fridays, and we got to gymnastics early. Mm-hmm. And Mom was like, "I'm gonna go run to Walgreens really quick." And I was like, "What are you going to get?" Yes. And Mom was like, "I'm going to get Allie Aquaphor," and I was like, "Why?" And she goes, "Because she needs it for her tattoo." And I said, first off, my first question was, why didn't you have Aquaphor from your last tattoo? And she explained to me that your last person said to use Vaseline and this person said no Vaseline. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, fine, but why can't she go get her own Aquaphor? Like, why do you have to go get it for her? And she was like, because she's busy and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Mom?
I never said she had to.
I know you probably did it, but this is actually less probably about you, more about I love Mom. What I'm bringing this up is what she said back to me. So I said to her, I said, Allie, if she's old enough to get a tattoo, she's old enough to go get her damn her own Aquaphor.
No, you're right.
And she goes, Mom's friend Kara is also there at the same time. Mom talks to Kara as if I'm not there, and she goes, she says these things because it's her sister. I can't wait till it's Lila, and Lila wants her to go do something. Is she going to go do it for her? And I'm like, Mom.
I feel like the thing with Mom, I don't think I take advantage of like the things that she'll do.
No, but like it's Mom offering to do stuff that I'm like, Mom, come on.
Like I literally was like, the first question I asked her, I was like, are you planning on going to the store today? And she said, no, I already went, LOL, why? And
Mom also loves an LOL.
And yeah. Her LOL could be like her piss laughing, and her LOL could be like her like straight face. So again, we never know. But
are we throwing Mom under the bus too much?
A little, but
we love Mom. Also, just like if you don't know, like, we love our mom. Our mom is the best. Okay.
But she's like the third sister, so like we're allowed to like.
That's actually true.
I remember saying like, "Oh, it's fine. Like I can go after I do this at work or like whatever." And I actually don't even remember how that conversation happened. I don't even remember her actually going to get it and giving it to me.
She didn't because I told her not to.
Oh, when did I get it?
I don't know how you got it. No. Then she said, "Oh, I think I have some at home," and then she gave you what she had at home.
Something like that.
But I very much talked her out of going to Walgreens in that moment and buying it for you.
I think I also had told her, do not worry about it. Because I do that for sure. I don't want her to go out of her way for no reason.
Right, but Mom goes to the store every day because that's what she does. And so that was a fair question. She took that as, I'm going to go get it for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Mom.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. I love you.
One more thing quickly. Sorry, going on a tangent here. About, this is kind of going to be like a kind of weird tangent, but so I feel like this has to do with my tattoo a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like recently, like I've been in kind of like a rut.
Okay.
Like mentally. And I think it's just like, you know, this like awkward transition into like the new season.
Yeah, the weather's been a mess.
And just kind of, you know, preparing yourself for the spring and summer, and for me, like a very busy season.
Yep.
And I think I've noticed myself seeing a lot of signs from the universe, and I would consider myself a fairly spiritual person, and same. I do feel like things are meant to be in certain places to get my attention or like for whatever.
I agree.
And so I wanted to share a couple of the things that I have noticed recently, which started with kind of the evil eye aspect of my necklace, which was kind of weird, and then turned into like when I had a really bad day and I didn't want to go to Core Power, and I went. Literally all three of my favorite songs were played in that Core Power class.
I remember you telling me that.
Like Bedrock, Not My Fault by Renee Rapp, like that new song, and like Every Time We Touch, like such a banger, you know? But then...
Okay, go on.
But then turned into some, like, really crazy shit. So, when I was going to get my tattoo...
Sorry, I gotta write this down. Because my mom brain will forget.
No, you're fine. So, when I was going to get my tattoo, and like I mentioned in my last episode, if you were listening, I got basically half a butterfly. It represents, like, my mom, like, us, like, whatever. There was this ice cream shop, like, right out in Pilsen, like, right outside of the tattoo place that I was going to.
Oh my god, that's funny, because the thing I just wrote down is also happening in Pilsen. But, okay, I'm going on.
See? And there was a butterfly neon, like, light thing right on the side of the building.
That's cool.
Split in half.
Aww.
The butterfly itself was split in half. Like, how often do you just, like, randomly see, like, a butterfly, like, piece of art or, like, whatever, and it's completely split down the middle? Like, exactly what the tattoo I was getting. So I was like, wow, so this is a sign that I'm in the right place at the right time. That's kind of how I think of it.
Absolutely.
Then I get into the tattoo place and I was like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom really quick. So I walk into the bathroom and the soap bottle has a picture of a black cat on it.
Aww.
And the black cat is the same black cat as my other tattoo and obviously Rolly. And then I sit down to get the tattoo and right past the tattoo artist, like on like the ledge, is another black cat of like, it's like a, you know, just like a silicone like little statue of a little black cat. Like I'm sure like someone in the studio has a black cat or like whatever. And then on top of that, I think almost every day for the past like couple weeks, I have caught the time at 5:22, and that's like my birthday.
Yeah.
Like every time I just casually am like looking at the clock, and I'm like, it's 5:22. And
I do that all the time though.
Yes. In the past though, before that, I was always catching the time at 11 after, and it was so weird. And it's like apparently it's like angel numbers. It's like you're on the right path or like whatever.
Aww.
So I just wanted to share that because
That's
I
cool.
think there's a lot that I've been going through. Like I've been having a lot of migraines recently, which I don't know if anyone like deals with those, but you're not alone because it's been helpful to know from social media, and because I've been seeing it a lot more because I'm going through it because your phone listens to you. Just seeing other people like that relate to me because it's scary and painful and I don't enjoy it.
I'm convinced your phone even reads your shit because I was texting with my best friend the other day about something, and then I flipped to Instagram and there was an Instagram reel about exactly what we were talking about.
Well, yeah, when we were talking about Mamma Mia yesterday, I got an ad for it.
Yeah.
So that was not fun. No, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But that just goes to show, like, I think despite the stuff that I'm going through with my mental health and just physical health too, with like my migraines and stuff, just getting all of these signs that like I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, like these little hiccups are supposed to be happening. So I just want to mention that.
I love it. I also hope that the new podcast format helps you too. Instead of like once a month, oh my gosh, we have to come up with these topics and we have to figure it out. It's like once a week, you and I just chatting with wine. Like I feel like
makes things so much easier. Like
I feel like it's much more of
and I can continue to tell you guys like these crazy universal spiritual things that there was that one episode we talked about with Mom and I's room keys.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy. Okay,
yeah, we will have to have Mom back also eventually.
Yeah, she could totally hop in on all of these things.
So okay, a couple things that I wrote down. Number one, and I don't know how much you will be excited about this, but I for sure want to go. So there's a guy I follow on Instagram who actually went to Plainfield North, one of the Plainfield high schools, and he lives in the city now.
So all my guy friends went.
Oh, he blew. Well, yeah, but you're so much younger than me that they probably don't know him. I mean, he blew up.
But they were older than me.
Okay. Anyway, his name it's Just Me Rod on Instagram and TikTok. Okay. Anyway, because he's my age.
Okay.
So he blew up, and he made a TikTok one time joking that there should be a club called Top 8, which is a MySpace thing, which you definitely cannot relate to because you never had MySpace. But do you know what I'm talking about when I say Top 8?
No.
Okay. So on MySpace, you know what MySpace is?
Yeah, but I don't know what the app does.
Okay. Well, first off, it was not an app because nobody fucking had a smartphone. Okay. It was a website.
Okay.
Cool. So it was a website. MySpace.com.
Internet Explorer.
Oh, for sure Internet Explorer. Maybe Firefox.
Definitely actually faster than Chrome.
Definitely not Chrome. Definitely not Safari. Because no Macs were had in our household. So MySpace.com, and you had a profile and like a page just like you would Facebook or whatever.
Okay.
And you became friends like Facebook. You had friends on MySpace. You had a section called your Top 8 where you put your top 8 friends on your profile.
Tea.
Yes. Can you imagine if
that's fucked up?
I can't believe you've never heard about this. Okay. So you had your top 8 on your top 8 friends.
That's actually like...
Yeah, if you got dropped from somebody's top 8, like
that is like feels like a fucking knife to the heart. Like if my friends ever drop me from their top, like is the 8 people like also ranked?
Yes. Oh yeah. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
So to relate, to bring the Gen Z aspect of this. So on Snapchat you have your best friends, and they never came out with the feature where you could see other people's best friends, but they did come out with a feature where they would add a little emoji to the side if your best friend was someone else's best friend. So it like messed up like a ton of like, so for example, like I had this girl that was like kind of the girl I didn't have to worry about in my last relationship, and the emoji that for me that popped up was like a little sunglasses emoji, and I was like, why does she have the sunglasses emoji and why does my boyfriend have the sunglasses emoji? I'm like, why are they best friends on Snapchat? So like Snapchat also caused a lot of drama and a lot of tea, but that's crazy.
Yeah. So the guy created it's not obviously like a bar or a club. It's just like an event at a bar or at a club.
Okay.
So it's called Top 8.
Okay.
And I think he said it can only play songs from like 2003 to 2010 or something. And the ad for it is the Every Time We Touch. That's what made me think of it.
Okay.
And the other key, it starts at 5 p.m. Because it's for people my age who don't. Now, granted, 5 p.m. for someone who's a kid, I actually wish...
5 o'clock on a Saturday.
I wish it would actually start at like 7. But the joke that the TikTok he made that was a joke was like...
So this nightclub exists?
No. Well, it's an event being hosted at a bar in Pilsen.
Oh, okay.
And so
I would totally go. Like, and it's something about me, which as someone... Like, me and Parker aren't far apart, but, like, having an older sister, like, I feel like I resonated with a lot of, like,
that
2000 music.
Yeah.
But
your generation also listens to a lot of that music, I feel like.
Yes. So that's the other thing. Like, I could dive into music. I'm not a huge listener of music.
I'm not either.
The only, like, music I really keep up with is, like, Taylor Swift. I'm so excited for it. Maybe by the time this comes out, the day this episode comes out, tomorrow will be the drop. I don't think you guys, like, I almost want to have like a listening party.
Well, you know that which we haven't recorded since, y'all, that Disney Channel event night we went to was so
fun.
Literally,
we were hammered,
but also had so much fun. Like, I actually probably could have been less hammered and still had a blast.
Okay, and like what was so fun about it is we made friends, and there were songs that Lincoln didn't know.
And then there were songs that Allie didn't know.
Okay, but I know the potential breakup song, and I know
the Cheater Girls. Those were the ones that you didn't know. I mean, you knew it was the Cheater Girls, but you didn't know the words.
Gen Z girlies, like Teen Beach Movie and Starstruck, like iconic films.
Yes, and I've seen Teen Beach Movie, but I didn't know the words to that song. But then
like, it's on my summer playlist. Like, Something About the Sunshine and Cruisin' for a Bruisin' are both on my summer playlist because they're such bops, and I love to listen to them with the windows down. Like, are you kidding me?
I mean, I don't have a car, but sure.
We'll
fix it. But it was so much fun. But what I was going to say is that the company that did that event is doing a tortured, I'm going to fuck it up, listening party the day of the album.
The Tortured Poets Society.
Yeah.
Is that it?
They're doing 2. They're doing one on Friday and one on Saturday. Excuse me.
Okay, well, TBD. We'll chat about
that. Okay. But that event was so fun. So much fun. I'm like stalking them for when they announce the next one. It's like DTNA events.
Okay, well, shout out to you. That was a great time.
It's just a Chicago thing.
We were posted, weren't we? Yeah, we were on their Instagram.
We're on their Instagram.
Thank you. Yeah.
But
we do what we can.
If you live in Chicago, DTNA events, and they do a lot of Taylor Swift stuff. They do the Disney Channel. They do a boy bands night. So whenever they do that, I mean, it'll be a combo of like a 90s.
Taylor Swift night, like, but not necessarily the new album, like a Taylor Swift sing-along night. Like, I would eat that up.
Then they also do a Hannah versus Miley night.
Goodbye. Like, goodbye. When The Climb came on, like, I climbed.
Our new friend was crying. Did you see that? Or like the older girls that I say older because they were my age, that we were hanging out with.
They were crying?
One of them was crying. The one that looked like, she was so sweet. Her heart. She looked like Stevie from
She did.
Schitt's Creek.
Bless her heart. Something about me is like, if I'm drunk and I'm listening to songs
it could have been me. It could have been me.
Like, I'm gonna be dancing. I'm gonna be the star of the fucking dance floor. I'm gonna be on the fucking tables.
Which
Like,
you were. I think I have a video of you, like, standing on the bench.
I was on
dancing.
the bench. Okay, so I stood on the bench for the climb, but then also, like, I had them playing, what's that fucking song called from High School Musical, the first one from the third one? Never Say Never? Never...
Yeah, whatever.
My brain's just not working right now. You guys know what I'm talking about. The fact that I can't think of it just shows that I am intoxicated. I'm intoxicated because I haven't eaten enough today, because what's new? I know. So anyways.
Next time you text me about, like, lowering your stress, I'm just gonna text you to, like, eat a fucking sandwich.
Okay. So I was literally on the bench, and the part where it's like, Troy, I stood up, and I was like, these people that were here are not going to tell me to get down at this part. Like, I can hardly breathe.
Yeah, it was a fantastic night. The
Such a
only downside negative is that we both had to be up very early
Oh
the
my
next
god,
day.
so early. Like, you would be...
And it was daylight savings time because we lost an hour.
But, okay, to argue, yes, like, you had to wake up early for Lila, which I know is hard, but I had to wake up early and work. Like, I had to be at my venue at 7 a.m.
I mean, I came to visit you. You were
It was
sitting there
brutal.
on your computer.
Working.
We're not going to argue about that.
Okay, anyways, move on.
I don't even know how we got there.
See, this is why this is fun, because we can just chit-chat.
Oh no, it's still recording. Okay, phew. Okay, oh, speaking of painful things like tattoos, not a good transition, but whatever. Mom mentioned that you wanted to try bikini wax. Do you want to talk about this? You can say no.
Can I just say, like,
Oh, can you want me to tell you how we got there?
we're going from being, like, so filtered to, like, talking about shaving our genitals. Like, what?
Okay. First off, you can say no.
No, I have...
Do you want me to tell you how we got there?
I don't know if I want to keep this in the podcast. Because I don't know if I need other people to know
That you want that.
that I don't do it. Like, I feel like it's...
That you don't
common.
wax?
Actually, we can talk about it. I don't fucking care.
Well, I can think. You don't have to say you don't do anything. Do you shave?
Of course.
You can decide. We'll keep it in, and then you can decide if you want to cut it.
Tell me how you got there.
Okay. So I have been on a journey with my eyebrows in like the last year or so. So rewind. I have pretty much always consistently got my eyebrows waxed at European Wax Center. And I love the company. The consistency is unmatched.
Side note. I've only gotten my eyebrows waxed 3 times in my life. And they've always been at European Wax Center.
Yes. Love them. Okay. I have gone to the one in Naperville. I've gone to the two locations in Austin. I've gone to multiple locations in New York City. I love European Wax Center. The consistency is unmatched. But when I moved to Chicago, I think I mentioned this in the beauty episode, that my friend Brooke recommended that I go get my eyebrows done with Dean and I get them tinted. And I wanted to try it out. So I started going to see Dean and getting them waxed and tinted with him. And he did an amazing job. This is nothing against him. And I loved the tinting. But it is not far, but not close. And it's pricey. Dean is a vibe, and it's an experience, and you're relaxed, and it's great. And he charges for that. I just couldn't justify the time it took to get to him and back and the price.
Okay.
So I tried a different place in this neighborhood that was less expensive and close, and it was awful. It was a bad experience. I didn't like it.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'm going. But then I didn't know that European Wax Center had started doing tinting. But Mom told me that they did. So I said...
Do you laminate too?
No.
Okay.
No, just wax and tint. So Mom said that they do tinting now. And so I said, okay, I'm going to go back to European Wax Center and get my eyebrows. And I know the shape is going to be good because it's always been good. And I'm going to get it tinted there. And the new location in our neighborhood is really close to my apartment.
Super close, yeah.
So I went there last week. And first off, fantastic.
They're just so kind.
And they're so consistent. You could have any person, any location, and I've never had a bad experience.
Yeah.
So I love my eyebrows.
Okay.
It's a win. So one thing about European Wax Center is that you can buy packages.
Right.
And so when I was checking out, I was like, do I still have eyebrow services on my package? And she was like, yeah, you do. And then she goes, oh, by the way, you still have packages, services on your bikini package. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? I used to get consistent bikini waxes. And so I had a package from European Wax Center that I didn't realize I still have some on. And so I came back from getting my eyebrows waxed and I'm telling Mom the story. And she goes, can you transfer it? Because Allie wants to try it.
Okay, so let me give my situation. So obviously this reveals that I have not gotten one before.
Which is fine.
But I honestly just haven't really, like, been in a position where I'm like,
It hurts like hell.
Yeah. And
so it has to be worth it.
I have a really high pain tolerance. Pain's not, like, I get nervous about it and I anticipate it.
So then what's holding you back?
So the girl who did my tattoo actually told me about laser.
So yeah, I have a friend of mine who, when I told her the story, she said she did laser and like it hurt like hell, but it was worth it.
I also heard that like laser is like super painful too, but it's like the thing when you go to get a bikini wax, like you have to let that shit grow before you get a bikini wax. Like typically, but like to an extent.
To an extent.
When you get a laser, like you want to, like you're supposed to go like freshly shaved. Okay. Because then they like laser the
what's left.
The points that your hair is coming out, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But she told me that her experience was painless. And so she's like gonna send me like, there's like a Groupon or whatever, so she's gonna like send me it.
For
like,
the laser? The laser was painless?
It's like something they do, like they like ice it like to a point of numbness, and so that it like cancels out the like, to be fair, like when like women who listen, mostly women that listen to this, all women that
I've never looked at the stats of our listeners, but I would have to imagine.
But like I think that
minus my dad. Hi Dad, sorry.
that like most, or sorry, not most, I think that I am still trying to figure out how they haven't figured out a way to make this experience not painful. Like I feel like there's
the laser part, you mean?
Just everything like that has to do, like, I don't know.
I mean, it is easily the most sensitive part of your body.
Easily. But like
unless you're getting,
I know I can handle it. It's just about finding the time and then also making the commitment, because it is a commitment.
That's fair.
To go back and continue. And I'm not gonna make the commitment on like a random December, in my life. Like I'm gonna make the commitment in like the summer and like, at a more.
Well, now I'm over here like I need to use them, so I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna go and make it worth it.
Okay, well, if you can transfer them,
I can't.
Okay.
That was the conclusion of that story, so I can't transfer them to you. Sorry, but I have to go. So like solidarity, because I'm not gonna let them
go together.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let them go to waste.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else on your list?
I think there's one more thing. Hold on.
Okay.
Actually, the other thing on my list is very not like timely, so I can save it for a future episode.
Let's touch on
other questions?
Yeah, let's touch on the things that you guys wanted us to chat about.
Besides the JoJo Siwa thing.
And then we need
to go to dinner. What time is it?
Yes.
Oh shit. We have to leave. Mom's gonna kill us. Mom is going to kill us if we do not leave.
So, sorry guys. So
I did not know what time it was.
We are going to transfer over to next week.
I'm so sorry. I did not know what time it was.
Really quickly though, we can just say our age gap is
9 years.
9 years, which should be in the new intro by now, but.
Although literally right now, as of recording and uploading, it is 10 because our birthdays are 2 months apart. So this is the weird time of year when we're 10 years apart.
My birthday's in a few weeks, so. Yeah. But anyways, okay. Cheers to you all.
Cheers to our empty glasses.
Yes.
On YouTube, please like and subscribe. And on podcast platform, Apple, Spotify, please give us a 5-star rating. Yes. And we'll see you next week.
All right, bye.
To episode 25 of The Sister. You want to start over?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoop. That was awkward. What you said. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Our mom.
Now I'm debating if we even want to include this.